Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is TAYFIT and I'm a psychic tarot reader here on YouTube. Today we're going to do a pick a pile reading all about how you can stay positive and how you can stay strong in the toughest and hardest of times. So here are the three piles. Pile 1, Pile 2, and Pile 3. Take a second to pause the video and meditate on these three piles and choose which pile you feel drawn to the most. Once you've chosen your pile, scroll down to the description box where you will find the timestamp for each pile. Once you click on that timestamp, it'll take you directly to your portion of the reading. All right, I'll see you in your pile. Hi there, Pile 1. If you chose this beautiful box, this is going to be a reading all about, actually, we'll put it over here so there's no glare. Oh, there's still kind of a glare, but it's okay. Okay, so this is going to be a reading all about how you can stay positive and stay strong in tough times. So, Spirit, how can Pile 1 stay positive in the dark times? This is going to be, the Empress. Okay. Spirit just wanted me to pick one card, and the Empress is what came out. So, first I want to start off, I want to let you know that this is going to be a pretty short reading. It's just straight and to the point. It's only one card. But to start off, when I first began channeling your energy, I was in a dark, dark place. So this could be indicative of you being in a very dark place at the moment, or you have been through a lot of dark times throughout your life. And Spirit was showing me a star, and the star card is all about hope and healing and looking to the future for guidance and for almost for positive notes and positive measures and understanding that this dark time doesn't last forever. And so that's just goes to say that Spirit wants you to remember when you're in these dark times to understand that this dark time is for the moment. It's not forever. It's not long term. Energy is always changing. Energy is always flowing. And as long as you know that basically the wheel of life is going to turn again and again and again, and we go through highs and we go through lows, you will understand that this darkness can't consume you, and it won't consume you unless you allow it to. And so the best way for you to be able to stay positive and be able to look towards the future and be able to stay strong is to take care of yourself in the best way you know how to, the best way possible. And this is like going to say, like, take care of yourself like you're a newborn baby. Nurture yourself, feed yourself good foods, work out, take time out for yourself to rest. Make sure you're resting enough. Make sure you're working on your mental health, whether that is through journaling to get these emotions out of your body, whether that's going on a walk, whether that is taking a bubble bath, whether that is giving yourself positive affirmations. It's like you have to be in charge of yourself and your life and taking care of yourself. And you wouldn't go days without feeding your dogs, would you? You wouldn't go days without feeding your fish. So why are you going days without eating or taking care of yourself? It's the same concept. And Spirit wants you to understand, like, if you had kids or, like I said, animals, you're not going to go and be like, I'm not giving you a bath for a week. I'm not going to let you crawl around and get your exercise. I'm not going to feed you proper foods because I don't give a fuck today. It's like, no, Spirit doesn't want you to do that, because that is how you keep yourself in the dark. That is how you stay under this dark cloud. That is how depression, anxiety rises. And so even though it's hard, even though you don't have the energy, Spirit wants to remind you to push past those feelings of dread, those feelings of fear or darkness, or thinking that this is going to last forever, because I completely understand that. I personally have dealt with a lot of depression throughout my life. And when I would look back, so I would get through, like, let's say I get through a dark patch. Then I would look back and I would see patterns, and I'd be like, wow, I went through 6 dark patches a year for the past 10 years, and those patches lasted at least a month. So that's like half of my life in depression. Oh my God, it's going to happen again, and I'm going to be depressed again, and it's going to be so dark. And like, I would think about it so much that I feel like it would come on more. But if I just stepped into the idea of understanding that it is temporary, and it doesn't matter if it lasts a month, 2 months, a week, 2 days, doesn't matter. It's a part of life. And if we take it as a lesson for growth and for understanding of ourselves and to understand what our body needs, it will help us grow, and it'll help us to allow ourselves to get out of these darker places with more ease and quicker. And it really has to do with nurturing yourself. Sorry, I just knocked the camera. Nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, getting your sleep, like really just putting your self-care on point. And I am not supposed to be pulling more cards for this reading, but I'm just going to, I have to. I'm going to pull out my self-care deck really quick, and I'm just going to get a few self-care messages for you. Like, what could help pile one when they're feeling this low, Spirit? Please, what could help pile one? What self-care? So reading could be very important to you. I'm going to pull a few more. Meditating, yeah, taking time out for yourself, getting away from people, being still. It's kind of all the things we went over, to be honest. Being still, going on a walk, taking care of yourself. Let's see. Oh, okay. Music. Cleaning your space. Let's see. Set this up so you can see all of them. And then we have, oh, Spirit said this one is not supposed to come out. So we're going to get one. Oh, okay. Here we go. Connect with your womb. So this is all about like connecting with the energy of your sacral chakra, which is where your creativity is born. So any creativity like that's inside of you can help you to get out of the dark place. Like maybe painting, maybe drawing, maybe you're creating a video, maybe you're making a YouTube channel, maybe you're speaking for others. It's like getting that creative energy out of your body. And then obviously being still is taking time for yourself, reading, learning new facts, learning how people deal with things. You could be reading about like a self-help book, or you could be reading something that's like poetry, whatever it is, whatever makes you feel good. Meditating. That could be just being still. That could be using a meditation video from YouTube, or taking time to just go outside and lay there. Music. Obviously, you know what music is, but Spirit really wants to highlight the type of music you're listening to. Is it low vibrational or is it high vibrational? Low vibrational music can bring us down even more, but high vibrational music can help lift us up. So if you haven't already, look into binaural beats on YouTube and try to play those in the background throughout your day. And then lastly, cleaning your space could be something that's important, because when you have a clean space, it offers a lot of clarity. I know that I had someone living with me in the past who dealt with a lot of depression. And her room used to be she used to call it the tornado 5000 or something, the depression storm 5000. That's what she would call it. And I could see that it was just taking over, and it was becoming overwhelming and too much. And so every once in a while I would just do a deep clean, and like I know that's kind of a lot, but she would appreciate it so much and tell me how it just offered her so much mental clarity, and it helped her because that's something she really needed at the time, and she just felt like she couldn't do it. And so maybe if you could clean a little bit each day, or like try to keep your space clean, it'll help you keep your mind clear and help you out of the dark place. Okay, this is all I have for you, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye! Hey there, Pile 2. If you chose this beautiful piece of artwork, this is going to be a reading all about what you can do to be positive or to stay strong when you're in a dark place, dark headspace, or through dark times. So we're going to pull just one card. So Spirit, please show me how can Pile 2 get out of a dark place when pile 2 happens to be in a dark place. Okay, do you want me to take both of these? Okay. So we have the 2 of Cups and we have the 3 of Wands. So let me tap into this energy a little bit. So Spirit was showing me in the beginning that, like when I was channeling your energy, that you are very, very positive, but your positivity can get to the point of being like, it's almost, I don't like to say this, but toxic positivity. And I don't mean that harmfully. I'm not trying to be mean, but you can be positive to the point where you're avoiding the fact that you actually need some love. You actually need some comfort and something. You need something. You can't just be like, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Like, I mean, you can, but it's like, that's your fix. And everyone thinks that you're completely fine and dandy, but it's like, you actually need their love. You need their affection. You need their attention. You need to get out there amongst your friends. You need to integrate, and instead of just feeling like you're part of just yourself. Okay, sorry, my camera stopped. But what I was saying was, it just seems like when you're going through hard times, you put on this persona or this facade, or you put out this energy that you're completely fine, everything is good, which is not bad, but it also gives people the wrong idea because they never understand what you're going through because you don't tell them. Instead, you act like you're going through nothing, and then they think you're going through nothing. When in reality, you can talk about what you're going through, but just tell them, you know, I just want to let you know, but what I really need is... Okay, wow, this is wild. My camera cut out again, and now I understand the message that Spirit was trying to relay. The message is that you feel like you're going to be shut out. You don't tell people, you act like you're fine because you're scared of being shut out or not being... Now the camera's sliding. Jeez, okay, here we go. You don't want to be shut out. You don't want people to not take you seriously, or maybe you've tried to come forward to people in the past and they just like, you see how my camera was just like sliding away, like they just curved you, like they're like, no, I don't want to help. So now you've created this toxic positivity, like, I'm fine, don't worry, the grass is greener, I'm good. And it allows you to believe that you're fine when you're not, and so you're kind of suppressing those emotions and you're not giving yourself what you need. And Spirit is saying that what you need is, you need that relationship, you need that intense not commitment, but like intense like feelings from somebody, so you can talk about this and understand that you feel loved. And you need to allow yourself to open up to somebody, because your wall is so thick. You put on this armor and it's like you're a warrior. That's what I'm getting. It's like you're a warrior, you're fine, you don't need anybody. But in reality, you actually do. You need that like cooperation, like not codependency in any way. Like, I think that you might view it as codependency, but that's not what it is. It's just what relationships are. It's what true friends are there for. It's what boyfriends or girlfriends are there for, or husbands or wives. It's like, that's the love that you need to be shown, but you need to allow yourself to receive it. And if you put on this armor and throw up these walls and you don't allow yourself to receive, then in these dark times, you're going to continue to tell yourself these lies that you're completely fine, when in reality you're not, and you need a little bit of love. And that's okay. And so doing things like hanging out with your friends, creating these relationships where you can be vulnerable, you can talk, you can express your sadness, you can express what you're going through without, it doesn't have to be a pity party. Don't worry. People aren't going to be like, oh my God, this fool is calling me again, telling me about his or her problems. It's not like that. People don't view you that way because you're very aware. You're very aware of your energy. You're very aware of how energy affects other people. And because you're aware, you're hyper aware. So you're like, oh, I don't want to do that to other people. When in reality, you're not doing that to other people. You're not someone to dump your problems on others. But it's okay to talk about what you're facing and what adversities you're going through and how it's making you feel, to literally let those emotions come up and release them from your body so you can move forward stronger. So you don't have to suppress those fears and those feelings of sadness or loneliness. You can experience them with somebody else and be open to what they have to say and how they can be there for you. And people can't be there for us all the time, of course. Yeah, I understand that. So don't get thrown off or turned away, or don't feel bad when you try to open up and someone can't be there at that moment. But understand that it is your responsibility to be able to be vulnerable enough to create these relationships that are going to serve you long term and help you grow and help you to understand yourself and understand the situations that you're in. Spirit, what else do you... Okay, Spirit wants me to grab another deck really quick. So I'm just going to grab my angel deck. So Spirit, what else does pile 2 need to know about getting out of dark times? Okay, clearly those two want to come up. So we have letting go. Releasing the past can seem like a challenge, but it can also be liberating. Your angels will help you let go so that you can fly higher than ever before. Endings always herald new beginnings. Choose to allow the situation to lead you to a more joyful life. Change your life by changing your thoughts. So the first thing I get from this is that in the past, and the number 13 is like standing out to me. So if that could be significant. Maybe you're 13 years old when one of your parents like didn't give a fuck. So then now you're like, okay, I tried to go to my parents when I needed them the most and they didn't care. And so now you relate that situation to every situation in your life. Like, oh, nobody cares. Nobody cares about my problems. I got myself. I got me. I got my back. I'm the only one here who's trustworthy, who's always there. But you have to understand that that was one situation. Or maybe it was multiple. Maybe you've had girlfriends or boyfriends who've done the same thing. And maybe that was like a cycle you put yourself in and now you've closed yourself off and you're like, nope, I'm done. But the thing is that we have to forgive to move forward, because actually creating these relationships can make you feel a lot more at ease, because this is something your body is craving and your energy needs. And Spirit wants me to let you know. And then we have guardian of thought. You may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or find one yourself. The situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person, who could be you, may be emotionally unavailable. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. You could, by creating these relationships, you could literally be the person. I feel like you're the person who can relate so much, because you've been through a lot. You have a thick wall up around you. You've been through a lot in the past. Things have not been easy. So you could literally relate to somebody and, bounce ideas off someone and speak some knowledge. Like, you're the mentor. Like, this isn't saying you need a mentor. I'm just being clear. This is saying that you are the mentor. You have a lot of wisdom. You're an old soul. You have so much wisdom inside of you that you just feel like, oh, I got this myself. And you put these walls up. But that wisdom could not only shine light on other people's situations, but can also help you grow. So these are all the messages I have for you, Pile 2. I hope you enjoyed my reading. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment on the video, and I'll see you in my next reading. Okay, bye. Hey there, Pile 3. If you chose this container, this is going to be a reading all about what helps you move through darkness, or helps you get out of dark places or be more positive in the dark times. So Spirit, please tap me into this energy. Show me, what does pile 3, what can help pile 3 get out of dark times? So for one, when I was channeling your energy, I saw a bunch of, well, first I could smell Mary Jane. Not to mention you picked this container. And so you might be my pile that's super into that. It might clear your mind. It might help you feel like you can connect to the spiritual realm closer, better. It might help you find guidance, because I know for me personally, I find a lot of guidance through that. I can see my life very clearly through that, and I can get a lot of spiritual guidance during those times. So maybe that's something that is true for you as well. But I also am getting the Emperor. So we were just going to pull one card for this reading, and so we got the Emperor for you. And so for you to help yourself move out of dark times and to move past your current boundaries or your current situation is for you to set boundaries, for you to not be, always saying yes to everything, for you to doing things for others all the time, for people calling you and you listening to like all of their problems. Like, you have to tell them like, hey, emotionally right now, I can't take all of this on. I'm working through my own stuff. I'm sorry, I'd like to be there for you, but right now I have to be there for myself. Setting boundaries, creating rules, creating structure for yourself, getting yourself on your routine. It's almost like stepping into your energy that, I don't want to say it's cold, but it's a little bit cold. It's cold from your norm. It's usually you're this person who is doing the most for everybody, taking care of everybody. Oh, what do you need? What's your problem? Like, let me fix it. Let me do this. But when you're in a dark place, it requires you to take care of you. For you to step into your own zone and be like, this is what I need. Rather than, all the things you tell people that they need, you have to be like, hey, this is what I need. This is what I need to do. You tell people to take time out for themselves, to be still, and then you're in a dark place and you're helping people fix their problems. That's the problem, So it's like you taking the time to go outside and go on a walk, to enjoy the nature around you. Nature is big in this pile, coming in literally really hot. I mean, we have a tiger down there too. I just saw that, and there's green all around him. And then we have the Mary Jane container, and then we have like your spirit guides, where they may have been using that when I was channeling their energy. So they may or may not have, but no, they definitely were. So things for you are for you to kind of stand in your own space, to be with yourself, to ask for guidance. This pile is highly connected to the divine. This is a very spiritual pile. And how you get answers and how you get messages and how you get guidance is to literally stand alone and to ask for guidance. To say, Spirit, please show me how I can get out of this situation. Please show me the lesson here. Please shed light on what is going on. You know how many hours and how many weeks and days I spent in my backyard in my hammock doing this exact same thing? This is 100% my pile, I can tell you right now. It's like I would just sit back there, and I can relate so heavy because honestly, I got my most guidance in nature and just asking Spirit, can you clarify this for me? Can you show me this? Why is this person doing this to me? Why am I going through this? Like, you can be upset, you can be like, Spirit, why do I have to be the one who has to have this heartbreak? Why do I have to be the one in this cycle? And then you start to understand what the answers are. Like, you know, you're the one who's strong enough to break this generational cycle. You're the one who's strong enough to take this load on and then to show others the way. That's what it is. It's like you can stand. It's almost like you have to just disconnect from the rest of the world to get out of it. You are not the type of person who's going to sit there and all their friends are going to tell them what to do, because you're just going to get confused. Your guidance has to come from yourself, from your inner world, from your spirituality, from your own existence, from your own wisdom and your soul and your spirit guides, and from you. When you go out and you're like, oh my God, this happened to me, and then they're like, oh my God, what a dick, what an asshole, oh my God, I can't believe you're in this situation. I just saw 555 on the camera, by the way. So that could be maybe a sign that you see, a synchronicity that you see, an angel number, you know, big changes are coming. And those changes are when you set those boundaries and like, hey, don't talk about your problems necessarily with people who are just going to be like, oh, like add fuel to the fire and just be like, oh, that sucks, and like catastrophize the situation and be like, oh, I would be so pissed, he's just this or he's just that. Like, no, because that's not necessarily what's going on here. Maybe this person, yeah, maybe they are a dick, but that's besides the fact. Maybe you were here to learn a lesson from them. Maybe you were here to get stronger, to be better, to be wiser, to teach others. That's who you are. And when you step away from everyone else and you stand in your own power, you'll understand that you have all the answers and the wisdom right inside of you. And those answers and wisdom and divine guidance will lead you to a clearer place, will lead you to a better space, a better headspace, a more peaceful environment, a more peaceful inner world. And that will help you get out of the darkness. Okay, so Spirit wants me to pull some cards, but I'm just trying to figure out which deck it is. So give me 1 second. Okay, it's funny because I was looking at these cards, but the crazy part is that I've given out like most of these cards. So, Spirit, you want me to take all of these? This one? Do you want to take this one? This one? Do you want me to take this one? No? Do you want me to take this one? Okay, so there's 4 cards left in this deck because I give them to people sometimes. I'm just, here you go, here you go. And so 3 out of the 4 cards wanted to come to you. So we're going to start here. Pay it forward. Be the answer to someone else's prayer. Helping others can be the quickest way to help ourselves. Wow, so when you receive this guidance, you can give it to others. When you receive this wisdom, when you are still and be with yourself and understand the wisdom that's coming from the divine, just like I'm doing right now. When I pay it forward and channel these messages and give them to you here on YouTube, I'm helping someone hopefully on my channel. And I do it because it makes me feel good. Especially when people tell me like, wow, that reading really helped. It makes me feel so good. Embrace sensitivity. Appreciating beauty requires sensitivity, a vulnerable feeling. Yet the world needs more sensitivity, not less. Embrace it. Do not deny your emotional needs. So for one, there's a lot of butterflies on here. So butterflies may be significant for you or for me. I just feel like I can relate so deep to this reading. So appreciating the beauty around you, going outside in nature, seeing, like, I'll be sitting out there and I'm like, wow, like, my backyard is so beautiful. I drive with the windows down. I'm like, look at these trees. Look at the clouds. Look at just everything around me. Like, look at these bugs. These bugs are beautiful. Like, I'm not lying. And the more sensitive you are to take in these, okay, yeah, you can take in negativity, but you can also take in the beautiful, positive things on this earth, and that can help you heal. And then we have stop and breathe. Reality is shaped by what we believe. Take a deep breath, reassess, and realign. Let go of what doesn't, oh, I'm not even on the camera. Let go of what doesn't help the situation. So, you know, like I said, when people are trying to drop all this guidance on you or like their opinions, it's just not helping your situation. It's like, it's overwhelming to your energy. And so it's like, just drop whatever, like I see your energy and your mind gets so clouded. Like you try to tell everyone about your issue, and then they tell you all this different feedback, and then you're confused on what your feelings actually are, and then your mind gets clouded, and then you don't know what decision to make. So if you just disconnect, you stop and breathe, and you understand that this wisdom and guidance is right within you, then you're able to reassess and realign with what it is you need, and you're able to move forward to a brighter future. So these are all the messages I have for you, Pile 3. If you enjoyed the reading, please drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment on the video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye!